Hello, welcome to Inside a Banshee's Mind's film review. I am Banshee. These reviews are mine, my thoughts, my opinions, zero spoilers, just to give you an idea whether you want to go see the film or not. Today's film we are reviewing is Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi was directed by Rian Johnson. Now, Rian Johnson you're going to know from fantastic films like Brick and Looper. With The Last Jedi, he actually wrote the screenplay as well as directed. Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Carrie Fisher as Leia Organa in her last performance, Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, Daisy Ridley as Rey, John Boyega as Finn, Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron. Also want to mention Kelly Marie Tran as Rose, Laura Dern as Vice Admiral Holdo, Domhnall Gleeson as General Hux, Benicio del Toro as DJ. So the plot of The Last Jedi basically picks up exactly where The Force Awakens left off. Rey has gone out to find Luke Skywalker, at the same time get help for the Resistance. Meanwhile, the Resistance are doing all they can to escape the First Order. So there is so much I can say in the plot, but it's going to give everything away, and I really don't want to do that to you. Just know that the film is so much more than Rey being taught by Luke and Organa escaping the First Order. There is so much more to it, and I just don't want to give that away for you. So all in all, it's three stories pretty much happening at once in this film. Now, The Force Awakens was compared a lot to the first Star Wars film, The Last Hope. Basically the same storyline, all those type of things, where this one does divulge off a little bit more, but you're still there with them the entire way. There is some absolutely excellent scenes in this movie. You know, the fighting, the sword play. Sometimes in this film, what we think we know, what we've learned from previous Star Wars, isn't always going to be correct. And I think, personally, that's one of the things that all the people who are judging this film are basing this on. You know, these new things that happen and they have no explanation for. A lot of the times it's not needed. If you understand the Star Wars saga, the Star Wars series, if you understand the Force, the dark side, the light side, all those type of things, even just a little bit, you know that the power is never ending. I mean, we're always going to be discovering new things with the Force. And that's probably one of the things that most people are carrying on about aggressively, is these new powers that shouldn't exist, but they do. You know, get over it, people. Seriously, it works. It makes this film actually awesome. Having these new discoveries, having these new things to love and learn. You just need to let yourself enjoy the story, follow it, get into it, love it. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a Star Wars story, and that's what it'll always be. Get over your hang-ups and just enjoy the movie for what it is. I think personally Rian Johnson has done a fantastic job with the story. He's brought the characters to life. The characters that we're introduced to in The Force Awakens now come back and they're alive. We actually care for these characters. We give a shit whether they live or die. We root for them, you know, and we bag them out. It's who we want. I think he's done a fantastic job with the whole ordeal. I know he's caught a lot of criticism for what he's actually delivered. I don't believe it was that bad. I believe that he's done one of the best things possible for this film, and that's given it a new life. Continued on from The Force Awakens. We've got to understand every character now a little bit more. You know, we know who they are. We understand their backgrounds. We know what drives them. We know why they're so angry. We know why they want to succeed. And that's what you want from these characters. And Ryan's actually delivered that. As we all know, this is Carrie Fisher's last Star Wars film. It's actually her last film. I found that debilitating in some scenes, I'm going to say. I got very emotional, on the verge of tears when she came up on the screen. There was one point in the movie where it hit home more than any other time. There's a scene towards the end where she looks at Luke and it just makes your heart melt. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so glad that it is in this film. I think personally this film is a great way to see her off. She will always be Princess Leia, always, and I absolutely love and adore her, especially in Star Wars. So if for anything else, it's a reason to see this film. Is Carrie Fisher's final performance. The cinematography in this film is outstanding. CGI is fantastic. Locations, everything is amazing. It blew me away. Some of the new planets, the new powers, all of it was amazing. It got me very hard. Like, yes, I am a Star Wars fan, and yes, I may be a little bit biased towards this. It's a film to be enjoyed, and I enjoyed it, and that's what I'm letting you know about it. This film was amazing. I'm giving this actually 4.5 out of 5 Banshee screams. I enjoyed it that much. There were a few things that were missing that I would have loved to see, and I'm not going to spoil those for you. There's still plot holes in there, unfortunately. There's still characters who have arrived from nowhere, no idea what they're about, basically. So yeah, there's things like that in there that's making me stop at giving a 5, but it's very, very close to a 5. I will give it that. But enjoy this movie, go and see it. See it with the kids. It's not going to hurt anything. Yes, there is violence, but it's Star Wars. If you don't expect that, then what are you doing watching this film in the first place? As always, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, let your friends know. If they're film lovers, let them know what we do here. Share the information. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.